Good morning guys, welcome to another video by Antiques Arena. My name's Walter O'Neill and today's a little bit of an out and about video. Those of you who watch my videos regular will know I spoke a couple of days ago about looking into permanent pitch in my almost local farmers market, if you like. There's an old town called Abergavenny and it's had a market for hundreds of years. Well, in the market hall every Wednesday and possibly a Sunday there's flea markets. By that I mean it's almost an antique fair. All the stall holders in there, all pretty much experts or close to it, all know what they're selling and been doing it for a long number of years. But there's normally a couple of tables spare that you can turn up casual and just say, Joe, I'll have that table there, or I'll have that table there if you're lucky enough to get quick and early enough in the queue. But I wrote them an email Sunday night asking if they could put me on the waiting list for a permanent pitch. And I didn't hear nothing. It's Wednesday morning now and they haven't got back to me. So I've decided this morning I'm going to go up, pay the market a visit, see the market manager, the gentleman who obviously runs all the stalls and organises everything, and see if he can put me on the waiting list or even give me a table from next week. It's not fortunes, it's something like £20 a table for the full day, so it's worth having a look at, especially with Christmas coming now. I can really sell some good jewellery up there. So obviously while I'm there I'm going to have a look around, see if there's anything I can buy. I've got about £800-900 in my pocket, so I don't mind having a look, see what's there. You never know. I know I've been asked to do some more videos on Victorian and Georgian glass. Guys, I am trying, but I tend to do the videos when I buy the pieces, and I'm not finding much by way of Georgian or Victorian glass at the moment that's worth me buying. I do have quite a few books on Victoriana, Victorian glass, Georgian glass, things like that. So what I'll probably do, I'll chuck a book review in this week and give you a little look at, well, I'll probably do the book review, but it'll be on multiple books. I'll show you a few different books, all to do with the Victorian and Georgian glass. So hopefully that'll quench your thirst a little bit. But with the Victorian glass, I don't have a lot of it at the moment because it sells too quick. If you buy the right piece, it's gone straight away. Same with the Georgian glass. The amount of times I'll buy a Georgian rummer, and it's gone before I reach the end of the aisle. I can sell them in a heartbeat. Now, realistically, that says I'm selling them too cheap, but not with the money I'm paying from them and not what I get from. I've put a little package together today to sell to the dealers up here. I thought there's no point me going up to Abergavenny, putting fuel in the car and everything, when the dealers I sell to regular in Gavilon are regular sellers in Abergavenny. So that in itself tells you the market's a good one. As in, if they can afford to buy off me and still make a profit, then theoretically I can sell at this market at my prices and do a killing. Theoretically. I haven't worked Abergavenny market, I think it's about 10 years, guys, since I've sold up here. I did have pitches years ago, but they weren't permanent. They were casual. I'd go as and when I wanted. I'd get there for 2 or 3 in the morning, I'd get in the queue, set up for 6, and then you're not allowed to park up until I think it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You have to stay there. It's part of the terms and conditions. I suppose it's their way of making sure the market stays alive and makes sure people keep coming to the market because it's always open. They don't park up 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock just because it's quiet. And to top it off, I got a few friends up here, so it wouldn't be bad to have a pitch up here and be pitched next to some friends of mine. It also helped when I'm selling then, someone could watch the stall while I went to the toilet, things like that. So that's where we're going. We're going to Abergavenny and we're going to go see about having a permanent pitch. I'm quite excited to see what it looks like up here now. It's been some years. Obviously the market hall hasn't changed because it's a grade listed building. I'm not sure if it's grade 1 or 2, but it's certainly a listed building. And the market hall, it is what it is. It's a fully sealed up hall that holds about 45-50 stalls. But it is an interesting day, guys. It isn't, you don't go there and look at rubbish. You go there and there's some really nice pieces up there. It's alright to buy from, let's put it that way. But you're not going up there to buy a £1 item and sell it for 20 or 30 pound. You're going up here to buy a £20 item and sell it for 200 or 300 if you can. That's the idea. It doesn't happen often, but I know a couple of Irish Coke glass decanters, Georgian ones, come out of here the last time I was here, and they came out for £25 for the pair. Coke glass decanters, Irish, £1,000 a pair now. So the stuff can come out up here. So hopefully my day will be covered with the few bits I've brought to sell. So I'm hoping the whole day will be a success, guys. I don't mind if I get given a table, as long as my name gets put down for a table. Winter's on its way. Abergavenny market should be a good one to sell jewellery in all the way up to Christmas. I could really do well on the jewellery up towards Christmas, so fingers crossed there. I got Thursday, I don't know if I told you or not, I had an amazing day anyway. And then on packing up, I had a couple come to me from Aberystwyth. And literally they bought all the Victorian jugs and things like that. Spent £100 with me and bought everything. Price ranging between £2 and £8. So you can imagine they had quite a bit for the £100. Well, they phoned me up yesterday because they asked me for my telephone number to basically say if we need some more stock or whatever, can we meet up and buy some of it? And I said, yeah, no problem. And they phoned me up yesterday. They said, Gaviland's not going to be on tomorrow because it's done nothing but rain. Would I be willing to sort some stock out and meet them? So I said, yeah, how much do you want? They said, about £100. So I thought, great, I can set up £100 worth of stock, send them some photos if they're happy, meet up, and I haven't even got to set the stall up. Then I had a text message, and I'll show you a photo of the text message. Well, I'll show you it on the screen when I stop. His wife texts me, oh, do you think you can fill a car up for us? You know, if we come in all our way, we just will make it worth our while. So I've got to prepare a full carload of stock to sell now, and they are potentially a regular customer. I think they trade. You know, they do a little bit of buying and selling just to make a bit of money on the side. I don't think they're full-time antique dealers, but I could be wrong. But it looks like all my lower end, well, it's not lower end, it's still Victoriana and things like that, but it just means I don't want it. Oh, all that type of stuff is going to go. I've got to buy it for all that, so I'm going to clear every bit of it out, hopefully over the next few days. Let them take what they want of it and change my stall around. And if they're happy with this and they want another carload, then I'll have to go to auction and buy a few miscellaneous boxes with some Victorian pieces in there, which isn't a problem. There's enough auction houses around where I live that is an auction on at least 1 or 2 a week, no problem whatsoever. I choose not to go to the auctions. I know someone commented yesterday that they buy everything they buy from auction, and the key to them is to buy a wide variety, stick to the maximum bids you put down on your books, you know, on your catalogue, and they tend to make 4 times their money, which is great. But I always found I never went for the job lots and the miscellaneous boxes and that unless, you know, it was something in them I wanted. I tend to go for standalone pieces, and then they start running up in money, and then I either don't get them and go home disappointed because I haven't got them, or I end up paying too much for them. But yet, you know, when I put stuff in auction, it never seems to go that way. It always goes for nothing. And I'm thinking, well, if I was bidding on that, it'd be up 100 quid. So, but if I have to go back to auction, I will. See, is there anything else I want to cover now while I'm driving up to Abergavenny? Just as a bit of a vlog, if you like, as family life on that. Everything's going really well. So far, we're in our second week of school and we've had no bullying this year, which is a relief. Shannon's getting on wonderful in a new school. Daniel's happy. My youngest boy is a little miffed. He's the only one now in the school, but at the same time, he's also the biggest in the school now. He's the oldest. His last year of junior school, and then all of them are in comp. The baby's doing fine. My eldest boy, baby Blake, she's doing well, guys. You haven't seen her for a little bit. I might chuck a photograph of her at the end of the film so you can keep up on how she's doing. She's doing really well, looking beautiful. I actually had her for a full night last Thursday, so I worked Gavilan, went home, and baby sat right the way through the night for the kids. It wasn't hard. Well, say it wasn't hard, let me revise that. As a one-off, it was easy enough. But I could clearly see she's used to being nursed, because she weren't 100% keen on going down in the night. But other than that, she was alright. Obviously, you know, she's going to be a handful if you got to stay up or wake up all the time to see to her because she's unsettled. But for a one night, it was easy enough. But after being up at 5 in the morning for a Gavilan and that, I was absolutely hanging. But I enjoyed it, and I have said to him I'd have the baby again, it wouldn't be a problem. It was nice and strange, I must admit, to get back up in the middle of the night doing night feeds. It's been some years, guys. My youngest is 10, so it's been a long time. Anyway, I'll give you a couple of little looks of Abergavenny Town Hall, you know, the Market Hall and things like that when I get there now. I ain't going to be able to film it inside, but I may be able to sneak a few photos, things like that, and I'll splice them all at the end. As you know, any photos I take, I'll get at the end of the video. I'm not going to film in Abergavenny. I just asked for a stall. I'm not going to upset them now by chucking a camera up and filming them. But I will sneak some photos. If I can get some photographs up, then I will. But all my photos, they go at the end of the video. So anything I've talked about throughout the video, if I got photos of it, it'll be at the end. So you'll see pictures of Blake. Any photographs I take now down Abergavenny will all be at the end, and so on. You get the idea, guys. I'm falling behind on watching other people's videos. I'll apologise for that one. I haven't had 2 minutes, guys, honest to God. It's been 100 mile an hour for the last 2 weeks. It's absolutely crazy how busy life is at the moment. But I will get around to watching them, I promise. Right, I think I'll leave it there just for a minute now, and next video now I'll try and get you a little look at the market hall and things like that. So I'll see you soon, guys. Okay, guys, I've just turned the camera around for you now, so you can just have a little look as I drive into Abergavenny. It's a beautiful, beautiful town, very old town for Wales. So I'm hoping you'll appreciate the last mile or so as I drive into the village, or town rather. As you can see, there's lots of countryside around, but they won't be for long. It's been, as I've already said, it's been some years for me since I've been up here, so I don't even, not even 100% if I remember the way in tidy. I'm quite excited now, I must admit, guys. Got butterflies in my belly, thinking, what am I going to find up here? It's been so long. All the dealers that I used to know. No doubt I'll have a couple of chinwags chatting away to a few of them, catching up on old times. I know there used to be some antique shops just here on the right hand side by the junction. But no doubt they're probably long gone now. Yeah, wait me a second. Not actually that far from the market hall now. This town is very well sought after for the antiques trade, and there are quite a few charity shops and antique shops up here. Always got to be on your guard around here, I guess. At least I didn't run him over, innit? And I turn down by here, if memory serves me right. I see the market hall, guys. There it is. You can see the clock tower in the top right, is it? The steeple. That green roof, as you see it, is solid copper. And I'm going to get a little look at that for you on the camera in just a moment. Hey, hang on, there's no entry now. I can't go in there. Can I? Where's the other way out now? Lost, they've changed it, it's no entry sign. Can't be going in a no entry sign, guys. Is this the way in now? Yay. No parking Tuesdays, that's right, it's a Wednesday. Oof, that was frightening then. Oh, and there it is, guys, just in front of us there, lad. That is the antique market hall. It's probably an 18th century building. That green roof there, as I've said to you, is solid copper that's patinaed over the years. Gorgeous building. Can't wait to get in there now and have a little look-see. Let's just go park up. Where am I going to park? Do you know what? Let's go. Is that disabled? I can't be going there. What we got here? That looks okay. That doesn't look disabled. There we go. 2 seconds, guys. So, I've arrived. Nervous, apprehensive, excited, everything all at once. They've done a lot of work up here, guys. They've paved all the car park area. It's quite beautiful. I'm going to get a little look of it all for you now, just as well while you're on the camera. Let me just untape the camera here. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about this. Never used to be this nice, I must admit. And of course then we should have the market hall just up by there. So obviously I won't have far to go with the stock. If I'm selling, I'll just park here and carry the stock up then on the trolleys. Hi guys, well, time's ticking on. It's close on 11 o'clock now. I've been in the market here all morning, so I'll show you some of the buys I've had today. Now I've had a 9-carat gold bangle. It's got a metal core, so it's rolled gold, or it's not gold plate, it's gold with a metal core, so it'll be a certain percentage of it'll be 9 carat and the rest will be base. But these normally sell £25–30. So I've had one of those, and it's got the nice etched design on the front. I've had a nice silver bangle. I know they're not antiques, but they come to me off a dealer who I normally buy off in Gafael on. He saw me. And I've had a beautiful engine turned solid silver napkin ring, fully hallmarked. But there, now them three, but they cost me £16. The silver bangle is going to be 12, the napkin ring is going to be 12 or 15, and the gold one's going to be 20–25. So, but there's a decent profit. What else have I had here? Let me see. I'm trying to think what I've bought. Right, I've had a small miner's lamp, another miner's lamp, Hockley lamp, Limelight Company, Colliery W, Serial W. There we go. It's a small one. Paid a £5 for it. It's sort of mid-range. I've seen them small and I've seen them large. Well, I got loads of them, but it's mid-range. It was a £5. So it's absolutely fine. You know, they're 15 quid, no problem at all. One of my favourite buys of the day actually cost me money. I paid £15 for this, but I actually do rate it. You'll see it now. I'm getting it. I'm packing it. Now what we have here is a wall mask of an Indian head, or a chief maybe. Now, I know what you're thinking, why am I buying an Indian head? Well, it's Art Deco, pure Art Deco, 1930s, I had to push 50s. It's Czechoslovakia, made in Czechoslovakia, with the serial number. It's all original paint, it's in lovely condition, and I think he's absolutely gorgeous. Now, I don't know if I said I paid £15 for him, but unless the research I do tells me otherwise, I think that's going to be up sort of £75–85. I could be wrong. You know, it could be worth the £15 I paid, but it is really nice, and the Czechoslovakian ceramics from this period do sell really well. And there we are again, guys. That's another version of me not buying ceramics, buying ceramics. As you do. I think that idea of me not buying ceramics went out the window, because they at the moment, they're just finding me. It's not me looking for them, guys, they're finding me. Let me see what else have I had here. I've had other pieces. Where are you? Have I put them in there? Yes. Right, that's down safe. Sorry about this. Right, I don't know if you can see, I've had a very, very large display case. Now that display case there is about 45 kilos in weight. It's really thick, it's toughened glass, the glass is ½ inch thick. So people ain't going to break it if they put stuff on there and lean on it and anything. It's about 3 foot by 2 foot. And I paid £50 for that up here. Now I'm fed up of having things stolen at the market. I've obviously got my little cases, but I'm paying £10 and £15 and £20 for my little display cases. One of the dealers up there today just spent £1,000 on new display cases to have it looking professional. And he was selling his old display cases and he had one left, that's all he had left. The dealers up there have been buying them like crazy. So I bought it off him for 50 quid this morning, and I'm really pleased. So I've got some really expensive high-end pieces, you know, £1,000 for this, £2,000 ring, a £4,000 bangle. I'm going to put them in my cabinet, and if I get a stall up here, I'll put them up here. Because the gentleman I just bought these display cabinets off now has got pieces in his cabinets on the tables here in Abergavenny for thousands. So they obviously do come here with money. Otherwise he wouldn't waste his time. I'll move on to showing you some of the other bits now. I've had quite a bit of jewellery come off a dealer friend I know. Right, this one is silver plate. It's not jewellery obviously. It's a silver plate candelabra, but it's Danish, Denmark. And it is fully stamped right there. So a nice bit of Danish design, silver plate. You know, that's going to be a bit of money. I paid £4 for that this morning. I comfortably see that £25–30 because it's Danish. It's, you know, it's nice design. Here with me a second, guys. we got it. Sorry about that. Right, I have a collection of jewellery I've bought this morning to show you. One piece of glass, which I know I said I wasn't going to buy the glass this morning. However, right. Now, what we have here is a piece of pure Art Deco glass, 1930s. Pattern number 777134, circa 1932 Joblin opaque is how they've described it. Beautiful iridescence or luster, you know, the blue iridescent luster finish they have. Opalescent is the name I'm looking for, sorry. Lovely Art Deco pattern, strong Art Deco pattern here. Now I paid £15 for this bowl, but I do rate it. It's got the registration number or the pattern number and so forth. Lovely, lovely pattern. Opalescent glass bowl like that. £15 is no problem whatsoever. And apparently they watched my videos, the gentleman who sold it to me, so thank you very much. A bowl like that some years ago might have been up £60–70, but I'll still get, you know, £30–40 for that. I then had one of my friends, believe it or not, got a stall with a load of silver necklaces, and they simply said, while I was chatting to them, they just said, oh, we're just going to put it out £3 each. And they wrote a sign while I was there talking to them, put it out £3 each. I said, are you sure you're selling that for £3 each? I said, that's really cheap. And they said, yep, £3 each, we want it gone. Those solid silver bangles, no, bracelets, solid silver lockets, cameo brooches. I'll pull it out for you because I do think you deserve to see it. You've waited long enough. T-bar bracelets. I know I've been asked to display my jewellery on a table. I can't when I'm out and about, I'm sorry. But I'll do my best to display it for you as best I can. So we have a nice chain there. So all these, they were supposed to be £3 each, but I had 12 pieces and they charged me £30 for the 12 pieces. So you'll get to see it all, guys. I'll give you a look at it all, because I know I have some jewellery collectors on the site who like to see the jewellery I buy. So we have a solid silver locket. Everything here is solid silver, guys, right? There's no gold and there's no base metal. It's all silver. And I paid £30 for the 12 pieces. Oh, this ring is very light, but I liked it. It is very a light ring, small. However, if you look, it is a snake. It's a little cobra ring. So it's quite nice. It hasn't got to be heavy for me to buy it. It's just got to be unusual enough that I can sell it. You've already seen the bracelet to this. Well, here's the necklace to match in. So it's a full set of that. Beautiful set that was. So you had the bracelet with the and the necklace set. Would have been nice to have had the earrings as well, but hey ho. Beautiful solid silver cameo of a Victorian lady. You have to bear with me, guys, because as I say, out and about videos, I'm not as organised as I am when I just display it on my table. But at the same time, we're getting through it. This is a nice necklace, a nice thick chain. It's lovely, say cubic zirconia down the bottom there. So that's a nice, that's, you know, not far off an ounce of silver by there. Really thick, quality, heavy one that was. Obviously they had a full cabinet of this stuff at £3 each. I just picked the ones I liked. You have a look at the design on this pendant now. It is absolutely beautiful. So you got the hands holding the heart in the Celtic design. Really nice little necklace. £3 each. How could I leave them there, guys? We got a beautiful little Indian sun. All these all come on solid silver chains, every single one of them. Last one. You know my son and his girlfriend have just had a baby. Well, her name is Bethany and we all call her Beth. And I have just had a solid silver, really nice size bracelet that has been already engraved with the name Beth. So this beautiful little piece is going to be a present for Bethany. It'll be put away and given to her in enough time. Is that it? Yeah, that must be it. So that's the jewellery pieces. My favourite still happens to be the mask of the Indian. But as you can see, I've had a couple of bits. It was definitely worth coming. And the actual display case is going to save me an absolute fortune. Really is going to save me an arm and a leg. Because there's no way they can steal. They're not going to open the lid. The lid alone weighs over 10 kilos just for the slab of glass, he said. And seriously, I carried it out and I struggled. So it'll be nice to know I can put my stuff in it and not fear they're going to just lift it up and steal quickly. So that's worth its weight in gold, guys. And for £50, you know, it's no money really. Not for a lovely display case like that. Now, I spoke to the lady who runs the market. I had to wait till she came in. And basically what she've told me is there's a huge waiting list for Abergavenny market. But what they do, they keep a certain amount of tables in reserve for casual stalls. They don't do them all as permanent stalls. They like to keep some as casual. So she's given me a number and I have to phone up on a Tuesday and request a stall. And if they've got an available stall, then they'll phone me back by 4 o'clock on the same day, Tuesday, to work the Wednesday morning. Once I've worked between 3 and 6 months on a casual basis, and they see that I'm regular and they see the type of stock I'm bringing and how I'm getting on there, then they'll put me down for a permanent pitch as soon as one becomes available. So it's going to be a long old process to try and get into this old market hall, but we're going to have a go. I'm going to phone on Tuesday, put my name down, see if I can get a stall in ya, and go from there. While I'm thinking about it and I'm looking down at the pieces, I told you I bought some pieces with me to sell. I didn't do that. The dealers I normally sell to are away. They're at hospital today, so they're not set up in here. So I haven't even took the pieces out of the car. I haven't tried to sell them to anyone else. I brought them up for one particular dealer. They're not here, so I haven't bothered. That's just so you know that. So I think that's about where I'm at, guys. You've seen the bits of stock I've bought this morning. Some really nice buys. To be honest with you, I'm more than happy with the stock I've come out of there with this morning. And I missed the Coco de Man. You know the nut that almost looks like a bum. Coco de May. That's it. Coco de May shell. Missed one of them this morning for £180. And it was beautiful. Well, what can I say? It was stonking. I would have paid the 180 for that and sold it on for £500. Really, really nice. Shows the good buys do still come out of Abergavenny, so it is somewhere that I can buy out of through the winter. So I'll leave it there for a minute and I'll probably have a chat to you now when I'm driving home, guys. See you soon. Well, I'm home. I was busy on hands-free chatting, so I couldn't film on the way home, guys. Been a good day, productive day. I'm glad it's done. I'm knackered. I tell you what, shows how hard it's going to be to actually sell up there, because you've got to be up there for 6 o'clock. So it's very similar to selling down in Splot on a Thursday. You know, I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the up at probably 4:04 in the morning to get up there, to be unpacked and set up at 6 o'clock. It's going to be a hard old day. And from what I can see, the stalls I'm likely to have are going to be in the corridor outside, unprotected from the wind, quite lonely little spots where you can't see anybody or be by your friends. It's going to be a shocking thing. However, we'll see. It'll be what it'll be. I'll phone him on Tuesday. I'll give it a go once or twice, see how it goes. I've just had some really bad news in. Gavilan car boot sale that I had to go to, the big one in Abergavenny in the field. Don't know if it's on for a while, and don't know if it's going to be still going. The elderly gentleman who ran the boot sale, who've run it for years, has passed away. So I don't know if there's going to be a car boot sale up there. I don't know how long it's going to be off, or if it's going to be off, or if it's running. So it's going to be, that's an unknown quantity now at the moment. Not that the car boot sale is the big concern, obviously, for his family. I feel terrible. So we'll see what happens now the rest of the week. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a little look at the day out, and I'm going to splice in all the photographs I took of Abergavenny Flea Market. There'll be a load of photos at the end, as usual, so hopefully you'll enjoy having a look at those. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, I would appreciate a like and a share. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and there's a little bell for notifications. You'll find me on Facebook. I have a page on a group, Antiques Arena. You find me on eBay. Run a search on eBay for Antiques Arena clearance, and I have my own website, antiquesarena.co.uk and antiquesarena.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.